This is a disgusting crime that a narcissist might commit simply because he is jealous of you. Narcissism and jealousy often go hand in hand, tightly intertwined. Being narcissistic entails nurturing envy towards others, an unending desire to acquire more, excel, project superiority, and outshine others. Their entire being is consumed by a perpetual sense of competition. Their jealousy can escalate to extreme levels, leading them to seek the destruction of what they cannot possess. This behavior is observable even in relationships where they profess deep love. The harm they cause due to envy, jealousy, and animosity is beyond comprehension. It's hard to imagine inflicting such harm on another person because, unlike them, you operate with a different moral compass. Their actions are morally indefensible, and the harm they cause is blatantly evident. In this episode, we will explore this subject in depth. Hello, and thank you for joining us. Today, we will discuss 3 criminal behaviors exhibited by narcissists driven by their envy towards you. If you find this topic intriguing and wish to learn more, we encourage you to subscribe before we begin. Your subscription not only helps raise awareness about narcissistic abuse, but also provides support to numerous survivors as they cope with the malevolence they have faced. Let's start by understanding how jealousy manifests within a narcissist. Their inherent insecurity drives them to be envious, leading them to covet everything for themselves. However, their desires are insatiable, akin to a leaky container that can never be filled. They are constantly dissatisfied. As previously mentioned, their relentless desire for anything that shines or sparkles stems from an unquenchable thirst. When they become aware of your accomplishments, they are consumed by envy. Every aspect of your life, from your achievements to your potential, career, skills, abilities, and empathy, triggers their jealousy. Despite appearing affectionate, they are unable to embody these qualities, leading to a deep-seated resentment. Their aim is to remove and ultimately destroy these attributes, a process evident during the devaluation phase. They methodically erode your self-assurance, self-worth, and self-perception, leaving you feeling inadequate. They struggle to accept that you earn more than them, possess superior social skills, and thrive in challenging situations. Your ability to connect genuinely with others, evoke emotions, and communicate authentically sets you apart. Unlike them, you are not robotic or scripted. Your compassionate nature is something they lack, and unable to replicate your essence, they try to imitate you. While they may mirror your behavior, they fail to grasp your essence because it is not inherent to their character. Over time, they aim to erase you, often during the devaluation phase. Each moment in their company feels like a slow poisoning. They diminish your professional performance, skills, income, and accomplishments, leaving you feeling insignificant. These actions could be considered criminal as they knowingly and intentionally engage in them. Gaslighting becomes a daily tactic, eroding your sense of identity. Through what I refer to as character assassination, they destroy your desires, needs, and emotions, blurring the line between your likes and dislikes. They intrude into your mind like parasites, taking over and influencing your thoughts about yourself, the world, and your relationships. Frequently, individuals tend to prioritize others' perspectives over their own when witnessing an event. The narcissist convinces you that you are a monstrous individual, incapable of navigating the world, interacting with others, thinking rationally, or performing essential cognitive functions. It feels as though they invade your mind, establishing themselves as a parasitic colony. By thoroughly convincing you that you are the source of every problem in the relationship, they make you forget everything about yourself. Any expression or opinion you have is deemed damaging, causing you to feel like you are the harm. Maintaining functionality with such a self-perception becomes impossible, ultimately leading to an inevitable collapse. Being in a relationship with a narcissist is comparable to being infected by a virus or hosting a hostile parasite. They infiltrate your life, designate you as the host, identify your weaknesses, and exploit them to gradually incapacitate you. Eventually, they reduce you to a shell before discarding you. In this kind of relationship, trusting your judgment becomes nearly impossible. You become disoriented and fragmented, unable to distinguish reality. Doubts arise about the authenticity of your voice and emotions, leading you to believe they were correct in convincing you that you are solely responsible for everything that has happened. Due to their envy, narcissists take away everything from you. Another outcome is the alienation from your children. Your children come to see you as the monstrous parent responsible for all the issues, the cause of the divorce, the obstacle to their parents staying together, the one seeking control and strictness, the parent lacking love for them, and the one unable to accept that one of your children is in love with a narcissistic parent. Consequently, you are depicted as the antagonist. In reality, a narcissistic parent prioritizes their disdain for you over their love for their children. This indifference leads them to sever the bond with you. They may isolate your children from you out of envy regarding your relationship with them, or they may enable, idealize, and allow the children to do anything to ensure they hold resentment toward you. They see you as an overbearing parent, disregarding the optimal growth and progress of your children. This style of co-parenting is a form of revenge after experiencing narcissistic abuse. Instead of co-parenting, they practice counter-parenting, turning it into a conflict and struggle. They do whatever it takes to succeed, gain the upper hand, surpass you, cause you pain, and make you endure difficulty. The impact they have on their children is what makes this behavior heinous. The irreparable nature of their actions lies in the harm they cause to their children's development and the potential for a relationship between you and them. It is truly difficult to understand how they justify using the court system as a weapon, gaining full custody and demanding equal partnership in all matters while showing little concern for the genuine nurturing of the children. The third and most serious transgression is the destruction of one's reputation and the resulting social isolation. When you introduce them to a family member or acquaintance, the feedback you receive is often detached from reality. People may label them as a sick individual, suggesting that you should sever ties with them. This damages your confidence and self-esteem, leading you to question every relationship to the point of cutting them off completely. Furthermore, this situation often leaves you reliant solely on the narcissist, fulfilling their desires. They engage in extensive slander campaigns in the workplace, potentially resulting in your dismissal. They tarnish your hard-earned reputation, bringing shame to everything you've worked for to reach your current or former status. Their envy causes your reputation to crumble. The motivation behind their determination to bring you down may be a subject of curiosity. What are they trying to achieve? It seems they find immense satisfaction in the knowledge that they can destroy years of your hard work, incapable of personal growth. I believe this is one of the most despicable acts one human being can commit against another. Given their nature, at their core, they exhibit morally reprehensible behavior. I often emphasize that others may perceive you as a monster, when in reality you are not. Due to their relentless slander campaign, you feel as though you are being watched at all times. People make subtle remarks, avoid you, stop responding to your messages, and even block you. Dealing with such a situation is challenging, as it reinforces the belief that you are the one who is unstable. It seems as though everything is your fault. Why else would these individuals choose to distance themselves from me? This behavior is among the most heinous and abominable transgressions a narcissist could commit. They isolate you from all sources of support, leaving you to endure suffering and trials due to their own insecurity, pitiful nature, jealousy, and punitive actions. Their pleasure seems to come from your suffering, leading them to exhibit extreme sadism. It is advisable to end your relationship with this individual due to their true nature. In conclusion, I can confidently say that you shine like a dazzling star until you encounter a narcissist. Afterward, you are reduced to dust. They degrade, obliterate, and erase your essence. In this process, they attack your potential, capabilities, and talents, essentially dismantling everything you have ever been. They undermine your hard work and sever connections with your children and friends, ensuring that no aspect of your life remains untouched. Furthermore, they portray you as the villain, assigning you the blame for causing them harm and significant suffering. Internally, you feel a sense of pity and shame for supposedly causing them distress, despite not having committed any wrongdoing. It's essential to understand that this is a classic example of DRV, where the roles of victim and perpetrator are reversed, and the attack is disavowed. They are determined to always come out on top, and they will go to any lengths to achieve this, regardless of right or wrong. Their conscience has been extinguished. However, in that relationship, there was nothing inherently flawed about you. As mentioned earlier, DRV serves as an acronym representing the narcissist's manipulation of roles, making themselves appear as the victim when, in reality, they are the ones causing harm. Trust in yourself and your experiences as they provide the answers you seek. Distance yourself from them and resist the temptation to return. Your silence towards them is a fitting response, as that is precisely what they deserve. Many find solace in the hope that they face the most severe consequences imaginable or find themselves condemned to suffer the depths of hell or wherever they belong, as it is only just that they face such consequences. With that said, let us conclude this episode. Your attention and continued presence are highly appreciated. We will reconvene in the next installment, advancing the journey of healing and recovery. Have a nice day, everyone. This is a disgusting crime that a narcissist might commit simply because he is jealous of you. Narcissism and jealousy often go hand in hand, tightly intertwined. Being narcissistic entails nurturing envy towards others, an unending desire to acquire more, excel, project superiority, and outshine others. Their entire being is consumed by a perpetual sense of competition. Their jealousy can escalate to extreme levels, leading them to seek the destruction of what they cannot possess. This behavior is observable even in relationships where they profess deep love. The harm they cause due to envy, jealousy, and animosity is beyond comprehension. It's hard to imagine inflicting such harm on another person because, unlike them, you operate with a different moral compass. Their actions are morally indefensible, and the harm they cause is blatantly evident. In this episode, we will explore this subject in depth. Hello, and thank you for joining us. Today, we will discuss 3 criminal behaviors exhibited by narcissists